Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Adam Driver has confirmed he is done as Kylo Ren. Not a massive surprise. This is a chap that is infinitely better than the material he was given in Star Wars. Actually a very good actor. I genuinely like Adam Driver as an actor. I think he's very, very good. So it's not a massive surprise. I think he's well aware that, yeah, he's kind of above this. And this is what a lot of actors are like, actually. A lot of actors now have just gone, you know what? I'm not interested in Star Wars. Not interested in Marvel either. There's a lot of actors that are like, yeah, no, what's the pinnacle of my career is to become a superhero? No, that's not cool. And it's interesting, the turning of the tide. I think a lot of people signed on board just for a quick paycheck and a recurring paycheck. But then they've realised that the sort of tide is turning on such films now. And Adam Driver has now confirmed he will not return. So here's subscribe if you're new here, turn the bell notifications on. Also, just as a quick one, all memberships and Patreon and things like that, memberships on YouTube, YouTube takes 30%, same as Super Chats as well. So I've set up Streamlabs now as a tipping page, so you can head down below in the description box if you want to, just contribute to the channel and support it. You don't have to, and even though I'll say that, you don't have to, no pressure. There'll still be one butthurt little douche down below in the comments going, you're asking for money. I'm not asking for money. It's just if you want to help, you can. So that'll be linked down below. One of the first links. Check it out. Along with this article, actually, from That Park Place. So, yeah, actor Adam Driver confirmed he's got no plans to return to Star Wars, of course, after devoting plenty of his time to Kylo Ren. I will say this, right? I'll say this. I think it was strategic that he took this role. Because he became... he was a relatively okay name anyway, right? But he became much more of a significant household name. Like a pretty big household name, I think. And there was all the weird... what was it? Kylo Raylo? That was it, wasn't it? Raylo. My God, those people were bizarre. There was all those people trying to ship them off together, and it was all very odd. And, but it basically just started... It boosted his career. So I think that was pretty smart. So as reported by Sci-Fi Fantasy Gazette, Driver did an appearance on the Smartless podcast where he was asked if he would reprise the role. And he said, they're doing stuff, but not with me. I'm not doing any more. Just straight up, no. Which is not surprising, as this article says, because back in 2019 he told French outlet Le Matin that reprising the role was not on the agenda at all. When asked if he might reprise the role of Kylo Ren in a future film or TV series, Driver said the following, and I quote, "That is not on the agenda at all. This experience will remain forever as one of the greatest moments of my career, but I aspire to other adventures." Which makes sense. Massively makes sense. And he followed it up by talking about 2020 goals, and I think you can probably see that it actually has kind of happened to a degree. He says, by 2020, I want to disappear. I want to be forgotten so that I can be offered other very different projects. I will try to be as discreet as possible during the end of the year parties because I hate drawing attention to myself. It may sound surprising to an actor, but I like to be incognito. One thing is certain, I will avoid cinemas and especially places where they project Star Wars. And this chap has now gone on to make, some pretty decent movies, low-key films. Not major blockbusters in 65. I actually like that film. Not going to lie, I like that film. I know that'll annoy a lot of people, but I liked it. It was a decent film. But it's not just that, he starred in, was it Ferrari now? I can't remember what it's called. But he's in a lot of things, and he's been sort of going back to the drawing board, doing more indie, I say indie, kind of indie projects. But more meatier roles for an actor, I guess is probably the best way to say it. And he's just done with it. He's completely done with it. But it's fascinating because, well, you've got Daisy Ridley. She's more than happy to jump back in the role, but she hasn't been working since. She's had one or two. She did some voice work, and then she starred in, I think, 2 movies off the top of my head. So she's not really been doing anything. And there's obviously ways that they could bring people back. There's always ways you could bring someone back. 100% you could always bring someone back. And Rey's film, you could even just have him back as a Force ghost, because this is the sort of, well, what they say anyway, leaked synopsis for her film, set roughly 15 years after Rey's victory over Palpatine, her granddad, at the end of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Technically father, actually, because it was a clone. The sequel delves into Rey's courageous endeavour to restore the Jedi Order, where she assumes the role of a mentor to two promising young students, a girl and a boy. As her training progresses, it becomes evident that the girl possesses extraordinary abilities destined to emerge as the future leader. Basically, Feminism the movie, because you know that the boy will probably be the villain, and that'll be the Sith rising again. So it's just Feminism the movie. It's what they view everything as. But it's just fascinating stuff. Absolutely fascinating stuff. Oh, we don't know when this is going into production. WDW Pro had said this before. You know, allegedly in a very big hurry to get the movie into production by 2026, apparently. Like, actually released. But I don't know whether I believe that just yet, just based on how things are going. But he's done. You know, it's interesting to look at both people's careers, right? You look at Rey, and then you look at Daisy Ridley, and you look at Adam Driver. You know, one is clearly the better actor and has got those roles by being a better actor since. But yeah, he's done. They're not doing stuff. They're doing stuff, but not with me. I'm not doing any more. So he doesn't even want to make an appearance. And you know what? Like, I bet you anything Kathleen Kennedy probably did ask him. Why? Because Disney, although they are absolutely stupid, they're not stupid in that regard, and they would have known that there was a lot of Reylo fans out there that clearly would have probably creamed themselves to watch Adam Driver back in the role of Kylo Ren, even as a Force ghost. Now, it's not to say that he won't be back. He may be back, but this is a guy who was a Marine. I would imagine he's I don't know, he says what he means what he says. So, but there you go, he's done. And again, like I said, this isn't a surprise, but it's one in a long line of other people that are now completely done as well. And that's what I find so interesting. People are checking out from these companies that are doing these massive, massive blockbusters. I think as an actor, how boring must that be as well? You know, just to do those kind of roles. So, it is what it is, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, please do let me know down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.